Tabby.
Okay.
Are you ready to make a point, Tabby?
All right, we are live. Okay. Make sure we're good and live. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're live. All right, awesome. Okay, we're live for Therapy Thursdays, and I have none other than special guest, the best to ever do it, my buttercup honey gumdrop, Mr. Warren Moffitt. So he's going to be sharing some good information about anxiety with us tonight. So, but first, I just want to recap. How are y'all doing tonight? It's Thursday. We had a long weekend. I seen a lot of good cookouts. I know I had a good time with the family. How y'all doing out there? You know, last week we talked about anxiety and we talked about how it overtakes you and how you have racing thoughts and how anxiety really is basically persistent, consistent worry about everyday things. It could be worry about a certain situation, a certain place, a certain thing, a certain person. Anxiety is consistent worry, where to the point where it shows up physically. And so we talked about how anxiety could show up in the form of OCD, it could be PTSD, it could be panic disorder, it could be agoraphobia, it could be social anxiety, the fear of meeting new people or doing new things. And so I did want to share one thing. I feel like having but let me just go ahead. What you gotta say to the people tonight? You got a little jalapeno on your lip.
I'm gonna let you finish it, baby.
Okay. So basically having bad thoughts also produces anxiety, and also like we said before, when we don't rest, that also produces anxiety. To the point where you can't calm down, you don't know how to rest. And I feel like a lot of us, especially us Black people, we do not know how to rest. We feel like we always have to go, 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 go. But I brought my baby on tonight because he has also experienced anxiety and depression, and I want him to share his story. Shout out to Black Global News. They are sponsoring this tonight. Black Global News, get your t-shirts, $25. We got black, we got white, we got the white ones with the black writing, then
hats,
the black one
socks.
Yes.
When you talk about anxiety, my experience, in general, just my experience and others, I feel like anxiety and stress is like first cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I think anxiety, you rushing, you trying to pack all so much in one. I remember just, even just doing my landscaping, when I got behind, I didn't basically got these contracts, and all of a sudden, the guys that was with me that seemed like they was getting sick or things happening,
Right.
life happening. So now I got 3 or 4 contracts, 3 or 4 contracts, and it's like I can't fulfill my promise. So it's like, I done got half of the money and I done got half of the product. So now, sometimes with landscaping, you can't always go to a Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. You
Right.
just, but anyway, make a long story short, I remember just, getting far behind in my job, and just, so my anxiety kicked in because I was getting fired. I was getting fired because, a couple of weeks passed, I remember, even just at a moment, just taking care of my father.
Yeah.
And from alcoholism, and I remember that him being in the hospital, and he needed somebody there for him. So I chose to make sure my dad was straight over my company.
Yeah.
And it was just like now my anxiety kicking my butt because now I'm losing people left and right. And I know we got bills to do, just payment, that is a lot going on. So it's like, what should I do now? People want their money back. People they complaining. I done lost 4 or 5 good contracts. You know what I'm saying? I know, and this right around. You know, we had so much coming out of our account.
Right.
You know, so I mean, anxiety. You know, that kicking in, and now you know, like I said, his first cousin was stressed. Now I'm stressing, like, oh my God, like, you know, what I'm gonna do now? Like, you know, I'm tripping. Then anxiety, stress, then came depression for me. Depression was I never amount to nothing. It's like everything I ever tried to do, I failed at it. You know what I mean? You know, all those voices and all those bad negative thoughts that, you know, depression, you know, try to tell you that you know. So it was just a lot, you know.
Yeah. So
I know I was going on.
No, that's good. That's good. So as far as, you know, your anxiety, I feel like a lot of men, period, what I found is that a lot of men don't really talk about how they feel. Like, I feel like you guys are fixers and you feel like you got to have it all figured out.
Right.
Or that, you know, you have the answer to everything, and it don't always work like that. So can you talk to everyone? Hey, Miss Harrison, good to see you. How y'all doing out there tonight? Let me know how you doing. Give us some hearts, some loves. Comment and let us know if you have any questions. But yeah, so please do share this video as well. But yeah,
I mean, that's men. That's men in general, though. You know, we just want to be, like you say, we the fixers. We want to seem like we all got it together. We don't want to talk about the anxieties, the worrying. You know what I'm saying? Because we feel like if we worry and we explain this to our better half, that, you know, you're gonna start stressing.
Gotcha.
You know, it's we rather kept a lot of us. I know I got a lot of homeboys, friends, just in general, man. That we just would keep it because, you know, it is our job as a man to figure it out. You know, but what I had to realize that, you know, that's why you got your better half. That's why you got your queen. That's why you got your wife or your girlfriend or fiance, whatever. That's why you got her. That's why God placed her in your life for you guys to figure it out together. Not for you to pull the stress on her, but for you guys to put your brains together and figure this thing out. Because I just believe, you know, anxiety. You know, we using the word anxiety, but I when you talk about it in a spiritual term, I'm thinking it's more of a demon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because spirit.
Yeah. So you know, the devil. I'm gonna say the devil because he wants you to stress. He wants you to feel like that. You know, you got to rush everything. You know what I mean?
Instant.
Instant microwave. You know what I mean? You got to rush things. Everything got to be. He want you. You hearing like I gotta fix this. I gotta fix everything at a certain time. But you know, sometimes it's best to, you know, take your time. You know, I advise anybody to sometimes just stop. Don't bite on too much, then you can chew. Relax, chill, drink your water. You know what I'm saying? Work out. You know, I learned this from you. You know, 30-day walk is equivalent to taking a depression.
Yeah,
antidepressant pill. You know what I'm saying? So you know, being anxious is nothing but a, you know, entertainment from the devil.
Right.
You know, what you rushing for? What you rushing for? Why you can't take your time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, why you can't pray about it? Why you can't meditate about it? You know what I'm saying?
Sit still.
Yeah. Why you can't sit still and ask God, like, why is this happening to me? You know, why you trying to figure everything out all by yourself? Why you feel like, you know, you can't talk to your spouse or you can't talk to a loved one about it? You know what I'm saying? Why you got to pretend like you got it all together? That's when you by yourself, you in that dark room, and now you realize that you can't lie to nobody. You can lie to everybody but yourself.
Right.
And that's why I believe that anxiety come in because it's an illusion.
Right.
You know, you're allowing the dark deep, you know, the I got me stuttering over here, but
no,
you're just illusion. You know, you it's okay not to be okay sometimes.
Right. It's okay to rest and take a break because I feel like, you know, as in the social media element, we feel like everything is an easy fix. Your house should always be clean. You should always be going on dates. Your kids should always have it together.
Right.
And we looking at that every single day. And we kind of like, like I said, an illusion. We measuring ourselves up to something that's not even real. And so, I just wanted you to come on, and I'm glad that you're talking about this,
Right.
From being a Black male, and how, I know a lot of times you say, let me just ride out, get some fresh air and some wind. So
the main thing is, don't let the anxiety turn into depression. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Figure things out. You know what I mean? Like, main thing is praying. Pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Think things through. You know what I'm saying? Working out, like I say, working out is everything. You don't have to lift weights. You can just walk wherever you at, your local park. Walk, drink more water, a gallon of water. Get up early in the morning. But make sure your rest is everything. Rest is everything. I couldn't remember ever being stressed out when I had my sleep or I was eating right.
Right. Yeah.
So the things we put in our body, it's all like a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? You're stressed out, anxiety, depression, like the foods, even the fried foods we put in, the sugars and the yeast, all this we put in our body causes depression. It causes stress. It causes anxiety. You know what I mean? Your body's imbalanced.
Right.
So you can walk all you want, but if you put poison in your body,
it's just counterproductive. It don't even work.
Right. What you put in your body is gonna be out. So you're gonna have the anxiety. Your body gonna be all over the place, your hormones, whatever you're just gonna feel like but all over you can't think things through. On top of you can't sleep. You're in trouble.
Right. Yeah. And that's right. Rhonda, my sister Rhonda, says spiritual attacks are just attacks. They try to keep you from God's purpose or a purpose to bless someone else. Exactly. So if you in a dark corner, you're thinking about all your problems, you can't focus on somebody else. You can't focus on what you need to do for God. Like you just only looking at the problem.
Right.
And then prayer. Okay. Prayer definitely works. Finding positive outlets is key. Hey family, I need this. Thank you. Yes, I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I want Warren to talk about how.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, shout out
Tanya, Valencia,
Miss
Adams, Miss Smith.
Yes, my
Miss
sis
Brown. Yeah.
Quandra, my sis.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Valencia, my sis Rebecca. Thank you, Miss Harrison. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. So take us through that process. Like you overwhelmed, right? Overwhelmed with the idea that like you say, you take someone's money, your company, you got a lot going on, you're overwhelmed because you're a big dreamer. That's one thing I will say. You like to dream, you like to do things big. And sometimes you might, like say, take on more to contribute. Take us through that process of what it's like, like I said, from anxious to depression, and then how you came out of it.
So basically, like, like I say now, you got contracts, you know what I'm saying? You got to fulfill these contracts, you know what I mean? So, I just remember just realizing that, not even placing the blame on nobody, but it was just realizing that at the time that what I promised my customers that I couldn't fulfill.
Right. Yeah.
So even when you got one thing I learned about being a business person, don't matter what, like, your employees, you know what I'm saying? Like, if one gets sick or something happened, at the end of the day, you still got to figure it out.
Right.
You got to still figure it out, no excuses. So now I realizing that, okay, the person I got now, they down right now. So it's all on me. But I know the projects I was having, it took a 2 or 3 man job. So I knew that, now, I'm in trouble. So that, like I said, the anxiety kicked in. It's like, what I'm going to do, I'm trying to figure it out. And I realized that, I can't do it all by myself. So, I remember you telling me that, hey, communicate. You got to communicate with your customers. You got to figure this thing out. You know what I mean? Communications is everything.
Right.
But instead of communicating, I end up, the illusion I was telling you about. Oh, I can still get it done.
Right.
Or I can get it fixed. Or I can hurt.
Don't forget about the rain. Woo. If it rained, then it's
oh my God. So it was just like stacks on top of stacks, getting behind. Like I said, getting having customers I had for 2 years having to get let go because I couldn't fulfill my promise. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about what's going on, and at the end of the day, it's business.
Right.
So instead of coming to you, talking to you, again, I try to handle it myself. So now I'm in this dark space. I'm trying to figure it all out. What I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can I prolong it to try to get more help? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I realize I'm too far behind. You know what I'm saying? So again, bills do. I know we got, it's like we in the hole. So, me being the man, I know like, oh, I got to figure this thing out. I got to fix it. You know what I'm saying? I know we got this and this and this. Ain't no excuses.
Right.
So when a bill didn't get paid on time, and I know you the type of person, like you like to pay stuff on time. So, and I know you don't play about your credit. So it was just like, okay, man, what I'm going to do? But just make a long story short, I felt like I wasn't a man no more, because I wholeheartedly believe, man, a man take care of his family. So it was just like me thinking to myself, being by myself, being in the room with the lights off, and, me having these conversations with myself, mentally thinking like, man, you're not good enough. You're not man enough. You always fail. Turn it from anxiety, from stressing to depression.
Right.
So now I'm depressed. Now I feel like I can't accomplish anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just can't. So it's just like now, I'm up all night. I'm up all night trying to think it through, but that's how the enemy he want to isolate you.
Right.
So now on top of being behind on my work, now I can't even get no sleep.
You can't even move.
I can't even move now because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm in depression. So it was real bad. It was real bad and real dark for me.
Right. So then what did you do to come out of that?
So I realized, I just started, I just had a burst of energy, man. Like I say, talking to you, that's the blessing of having a minister and a counselor in the same house. So, you talking to me, you giving me, different, homeworks to do. And shout out to my homeboy, my cousin, Brinston Jackson. You know what I'm saying? We worked out a few times together, and we still gonna get to it, but like it was just, just working out and waking up early in the morning, even water, water, reading early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I just got this burst of energy. It's just like I asked God, like, help me. Like I can't do it on my own. Like I can't do it on my own. That's when I realized I cannot do it on my own. And once I asked God to, help me, help me. I can't do this no more. I can't do this by myself no more. I need your help. So sometimes, you'll sit here, you'll waste your time. You'll think you got it all figured out because you're making a certain amount of money. And you just think, oh, you got it all figured out. You paying bills 10 payments ahead. You know what I'm saying? You got the clothes, you got the car you want, you got money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? You ain't saying it out your mouth, but subconsciously, you ain't realizing that you think you doing this.
Right. Wow. You don't
without
need
God.
God.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You ain't actually saying it, but you really, your action saying you don't need. You feel like you don't need God.
Yeah.
Sometimes, God will allow things to happen for you to realize, hey, you're not doing this by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't doing this by yourself. So sometimes He'll allow you to put yourself in a position that you got to sit down and realize where your help and where your blessings coming from.
Right.
So me having this conversation with God, talking to God, and him talking to me back and telling me it's gonna be okay. All I wanted you to do was love me and trust me.
Come on,
you know, I got you up out this before. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you promised me if I get you up out of this, you know, you're gonna bam, 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 but he gets you out of the position. You totally forget about your promise with God.
Jesus, come on.
So that's how I got out of the situation.
Woo, God, yes. G-O-D. We can't do nothing without God. That's right, Miss Tony. Yes. Can't do nothing without God. So thank you so much for sharing that. I just think it's real important. You know, I know, like, you know, you reached out for help and you in a dark place. And I just wanted people to see, like, people can come back from anything. You know, like you can, I mean, this ain't even half of your story. This is just one little tiny part of it, but I'm just glad that she was able to.
But let me tell y'all something, man. Like, this whole journey with Candace, it's been a real journey. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can say about her, like, and I'm not speaking down on nobody, no counselor, no nothing. But this girl right here, this woman right here, this queen right here, she had when you hire her as a therapist, it ain't when she get off that phone that it's over with. You know, she's trying to deal with it. She in the same office trying to figure out what she can do for her clients. Of course, she can't discuss what's going on, but it's like I never see nobody care as much as you do. You know, and I know that you really care and you really love what you do. Yeah. And if she feel like, you know, if one thing I do know, when you feel like a person not improving, you feel like you failing.
I had to learn the hard way that, you know, like you tell me, like I have to give it to God. Like I'm not God. And I can't pretend to be God. I can help and guide people and ask God to help me. You know, work through me, but I cannot. You
definitely do a great job. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, people ain't letting Jesus say them.
True.
Everybody ain't letting Jesus say them.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, man, you know, we got to know the difference between, you know, allowing God to use us as an instrument. You know, but and if you follow the steps, how God told you to follow the steps, and you know you're giving a person your 100%, but a person got the person, whoever you helping, have to be willing to want to be helped, and open. You know what I'm saying? There was plenty of times that you wanted to help me, but I went open.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know, eventually I realized that you do your stuff. You know, and it ain't just, you know, you going by a book. You know what I'm saying? You're going by your heart. Like you genuinely care. But anybody out there, you dealing with depression, you dealing with stressing, it starts with anxiety. If you find somebody to talk to that you know ain't gonna be telling all your business. Who ain't gonna run and talk about you. Somebody call you their friend, and next thing you know, they done told their sister, their cousin, they whoever about your situation. Real friends don't go gospeling about each other. You know what I'm saying? Somebody you really can trust. Sometimes you feel like you can't even go talk to your family because your family messy. You know what I'm saying? Or your friends. You know. Hold on, Bell. Hold on, Bell.
I'll be going to sleep.
I'm coming, Bell.
Go ahead and speak your truth. I'm about to
All right. Yeah, we got. Hey, man. I can't wait till we get that big show. Y'all we're gonna have a babysitter then.
Yeah.
But like, if you depressed, if you stressed out, talk to somebody. And I know in these days of time, you got to be really careful on telling somebody your deepest, darkest secrets, because it's hard to trust people. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Yeah. So just find, you know, and don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed that you are depressed. Don't be ashamed that you do have anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Ask for help. Like ask for help and like-minded people, not somebody who gonna help me out. What I'm trying to say. Not somebody like, if you're an alcoholic, don't go to another alcoholic asking for help. if they currently drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go to a person that probably was on alcohol and overcome alcohol.
Right.
Because if you drinking and that other person drinking, they're gonna give you drunk talk. You want a sober talk. Just the same thing. Like, I'm not saying if you depressed and somebody else depressed that y'all can have conversation.
Right.
But maybe y'all could share some things with each other that can actually heal each other. But eventually you got to go to actually get healed. You got to want to be healed, and you got to go and you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be 100% honest with yourself, because on the outside you might appear like you got it all figured out to the world, but when you go back home after a long day of work, you know what I'm saying, you in that room crying, you stressing out, you don't know how you gonna pay your next bill, you don't know how your baby you don't know how you gonna eat, you know what I'm saying, you know, all these holidays coming around, Christmas, like, you know, we got anxiety. I'm gonna be honest, the Black community that had anxiety for Christmas forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why we put so much pressure on ourselves for Christmas? And the first thing we say is, let kids be kids. It's okay to allow your kid, let your kid know.
Stuff all year round.
Yeah, let your kid know it's okay. You only gonna get 2 or 3 gifts. Don't go broke trying to make sure. Don't go broke trying to, you know, put a smile on your kid's face for that one day. Let your kid know the importance of, you know, a roof over their head, food, you know what I'm saying, education, you know what I mean, more books, more education, you know, educate them about, you know, eating healthy, you know what I mean, like those important, being healthy. But I catch and I'm gonna tell you a story. I remember my mama. Every time Christmas came around, now let me remind you that my mama was on dialysis. And my mama was very young when she got on dialysis. She was in her late 30s, you know what I'm saying? My mom passed when she was 42. But I remember being young, you know what I'm saying? We already had a hard life, you know what I mean? She really, not only she was a single mama, she was a single mom, plus she was on dialysis, so she was sick. But my mama was like, she, you know, me being her son, she wanted to please me. And to this day, I beat myself up about it, because I hate that I asked for so much, just ask for so much. Like, you know, so Christmas time come, Mama, I want that Mongoose bike by $300. Mama, I want this Dreamcast, you know, Dreamcast by $200-300. Mama, I want this. And she tried her hardest to make sure I had or got what I wanted. I wasn't understanding as a child how much anxiety my mom had, how much stress she was having, how much depressed my mom was having, because she just wanted to make sure that I got what I asked for.
Right.
So it's very important. You know, she just wanted to make sure I was happy. My mama didn't mean no harm, but that was one way my mom was trying to show me that she loved me. You know what I'm saying? It's by giving gifts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in my heart that my mama felt like she was her time was getting short. And so she just wanted to, you know, create these memories that I could remember, you know. But like I said, she tried her best, you know, in her situation. But I can imagine how much anxiety my mama had, you know, and she was getting like a $300 check for being on disability. Think about it, y'all. Even back in 2000, but my mom passed in 2000. Think about, because my mom got on dialysis right after grandma passed away. My grandma passed in 96. So think about 97, 98, 99. You know what I'm saying? This $300. $300 now. $300. So my mama trying to figure out how me and I, you know, my sister, or you know, whatever, how she gonna be able to get gifts for us. And she was doing this all by herself. So I sit back and I think, like, what my mama, how she was thinking, like, if she would have got me that Dreamcast, if she would have got me that $300 bike, like, if she would have felt like a failure. And she would have felt like, you know, she can't amount to nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what the anxiety is. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's deceiving. It's a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to tell the truth to yourself and to your loved ones. And if they can't accept it, so be it. But you cannot allow yourself to allow that anxiety to turn over to stress, to turn over to depression, because stress will kill you. That's the number one killer in the African American community. You know what I'm saying? So if I had I'm sorry for overtime.
No, go ahead.
But if I had one more chance to talk to my mama, like right now, if God give me that one chance, that one wish to talk to my mama, and I apologize to my mama, man. I would tell my mama that I'm sorry for, you know, putting all that stress on you. You know what I mean? You know, making you feel like you had to, just I hate I asked for so much. And I know I was a kid, but still, if I can just talk to her, I'll let her know that she did a phenomenal job. She did a great job, and I learned from my mama. Like, because Belle, she like a lot of stuff. And we got to balance it out. That girl got a room full of stuff right now that we're gonna have to give away. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to stress myself out around Christmas time. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Right, and you gotta sit back with it.
Yeah, I gotta sit back with it. We gotta stop stressing ourselves out, y'all. Yeah. I would apologize to my mama too for pouring to some same stress. I can so relate to this family. Yeah, definitely. I mean, but we live and we learn, and God, she did an awesome job. She prepared us for our kids. Yeah, so Sharika, this ain't even live. We're gonna be on my own live when I talk to you. You know, you every year you have anxiety because you be wanting to be Santa Claus and some, but we'll talk about that later.
She's super mom.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that anxiety is from the pit of hell.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like,
it is.
And we just sit back and relax and just realize half of the stuff we worried about ain't even worth worrying about. Like, that's so if true. It don't get done, so what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
It's gonna fall out.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't get your kid that $300 bike, so what? They're gonna be okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you can't get them $200 or $300 Jordans for your son or your daughter or whatever, so what?
Stepping on some toes.
If you can't get, that diamond necklace, that you wanted right then and there, so what?
But then the point is, I know this from experience. I'll tell y'all an example. We'll wrap it up. Now,
I don't want to wrap it up. I don't.
For my birthday, you told me, you was like, just put the money aside. Save your money. It's like from Amazon to whatever I see shiny in front of me, right?
Ooh, but listen, the Amazon guy know my baby.
No, this is bad business now.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I don't stop my addiction because I did have a bad addiction.
I'm just
to
talking
Amazon.
Junk, I'm just talking junk.
But seriously though, like for my birthday, I remember like wanting this necklace for the longest time, a little Pandora necklace. It ain't, the shiniest diamond in the box, but it's a Pandora necklace that I've been having my eye on for a few months. So it's like, on my birthday, I go get the necklace and all this stuff. And then 2-3 months pass, I could have done without this necklace.
And don't get us wrong. Like,
and there ain't nothing wrong with having stuff. But
stuff
why did I need it that bad?
Right. But sometimes you realize after you actually purchase something that you always wanted. I'm guilty of it too. It wasn't really all that from the jump.
Because it goes away just like with a little kid. You get them a toy. Then all of a sudden, like a month later, 2 weeks later, they ain't thinking about that toy. They wanted it so bad though.
Right.
Whatever's shiny in front of us, we want it so bad. But then it's just like other people's lives or something. You don't know what other people go through.
And I'm off topic a little bit. I mean, everybody ain't the same, but I believe a lot of us still have that kid inside of us. Just a lot of us haven't grew up with much. So when we adults and we can work and go buy things and we buy things and we just buy things and we buy things to try to, cover up and hide the pain that's within inside of us. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us look good on the outside. Some of us look like gorgeous on the outside, but we're going through so much depression and stressed out and this self-hatred within. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just let's work on, like I said, ain't nothing wrong with purchasing stuff. It ain't nothing wrong with buying stuff for your spouse or buying stuff for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. But make sure that you know, you love yourself with the inside. Like, you know, feed your spirit. Right. You know, read yourself motivation books. You know what I mean? Eat right, eat healthy. You know what I mean? That all, this is my third time saying it, it all revolves around you being stressed, being depressed, being anxious. You know what I'm saying? You just, all of a sudden you sit back, you watching TV, you relax, and then all of a sudden you get something that goes on in your body. You don't even know what's going on. You just feel unease. That's the anxiety, because a lot of it come from what we put in our bodies. Yeah. And when they say let go, let God, man, let go, let God. That's serious. I had got to one point, that same time that when I lost a few customers, I had got to the point that I was hoping some customers fired me. Because when I realized I didn't want them as a customer anyway. Yeah. So I learned my value. You know what I'm saying? Some customers I didn't want to lose. Yeah. I knew it was on me. I messed up. You know what I'm saying? But some of them, I was ready and I was happy, and I stopped, you know what I mean? But like my baby always say, make sure you communicate with them. Communicate. Right. But I had got to the point, man, some people I was looking for, like, man, you know, okay, thank you. I'm ready. Because I'm ready, because it was too much anxiety. Yeah. If you got to go to work and you feeling anxiety and you feel like you unease, maybe that ain't the job for you. Maybe that don't need, because God, that ain't God. God say be anxious for nothing. So if you waking up, going to work every day, and you anxious because you had to step on eggshells around your, I don't even like saying boss, because ain't nobody my boss but God, right? So you stepping on eggshells or whatever like that because you feel like you're gonna lose your job or whatever like that. You can't just be free, and that ain't the place God wants you to be at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Stepping in church. You know what I mean? You can't, if you can't feel like, you know, that's you being loved, not being judged. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Not being help me out, baby. What, feel like you got to do something to measure up? Yeah, you like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Be you, right? Yourself, if you can't walk in that church, whatever your fellow church is, and you don't feel that love, you feel like you're being tolerated instead of celebrated with in a child of God. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you walking in there, people talking about you, or you talking about people. That ain't the place you need to be at. You need to change your environment. You know what I mean? So sometimes the anxiety comes from just us being just overthinking. Stop overthinking things. Yeah. We need to stop overthinking sometimes. Sometimes it just be us. Yeah. And I got a joke with even with the like I say, I know the devil be down there like, man, they blame us. They blame me for everything. No, sometimes it's just us. Yeah. Sometimes we got to take full responsibility. Sometimes we overthink things. Ain't nothing perfect. Right. Once we start realizing ain't nothing perfect, you know what I mean? That's when things gonna start happening positively for us. Ain't nothing perfect. Yeah. I don't want to be perfect. If it's so perfect, I don't trust it anyway. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't want perfect. You know what I'm saying? I want realness. I want honesty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you may be at, if you feel like you walking in that building, you got anxiety, and you stressing, and you being depressed, wherever you at, leave that spot. It depends on God. Yes. Yeah. Because you stress, now you gone. You know what I'm saying? God, you dead because you stress. They gonna replace you. You a number. Oh gosh. Woo. So every day we waking up stressed. Oh my God, this job. Yeah. And then them people are in the bed, sleep, resting. Right. There's a billion jobs out there. Or maybe it ain't meant for you. I ain't saying, you know, wherever you work, you know, I ain't saying, you know, have your own business ain't for everybody. You feel me? But maybe working for somebody else ain't for you. Yeah. Maybe God telling you, man, step out on faith and do your thing. Fly.
I knew this was God because he told me when to come on here and he had a message for y'all. Yeah, who the minister? Yeah, Warren is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pastor Moffitt.
Stop stressing, y'all. Please, let's stop stressing.
Yeah, that's
we
right,
got one
Tanya,
life to
that's
live.
right. Pastor
We
Moffitt.
got one life to live, y'all.
Come on.
One life to live.
Come on, God.
Come on, man. We be living. We got one life to live, and most of them live for everybody else but us and God. Your whole life you've been stressing out, depressed, anxious for nothing. For people who probably don't give a damn about you. I ain't talking about the people who just talking. I'm talking about the ones that's actually showing you. You know what I'm saying? Chill, relax. Drink your coffee. Drink your water. Pray, read. Wake up early in the morning, walk.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
I'm telling y'all this from experience, man. I'm not acting like I got it all figured out because I'm still working on things. The time is now. Stop stressing. If you got kids right now, you stress yourself to death, what your kids gonna be left with?
Woo.
Stop stressing.
Come on.
Because if you stressing, it's gonna pour into your kids. They watching you. They watching us.
Yeah, they learning from us.
They learning from us. Because at the end of the day, I ain't saying don't pay your bills now. I ain't saying don't pay your bills.
Keep
but
the lights on.
At the end of the day, if certain bills don't get paid, don't kill yourself over it.
Jesus.
Because they definitely ain't gonna get it in. Relax, chill.
Right.
Ask God to help you figure this thing out. But faith without works is dead.
Right.
But
that's the problem. We don't ask
man,
God.
I remember one time the bill collector called asked my grandma when they expect the payment. My grandma told them, you can expect the payment all you want. But every day we kill ourselves trying to pay these bills, man. Okay, all right, pay your bills. I got it. But don't let that be your destruction. Don't let that stress you out to the point that you depressed and you feel like you ain't worthy.
Yeah.
Or worth living or
right.
worth being here. Don't let that happen. Because that bill gonna be here when you die.
Come on.
All right, I'm gone.
Listen, he just delivered. That's all. That's a wrap. So I am so thankful for you. I'm proud of you. I thank God for you. I thank God for your growth. I thank God for using you, for speaking to me. A lot of the messages come from you. You know, he definitely helps me with sermons, messages.
The messages come from God.
Come from God, and God uses you. Amen.
But I do want to tell y'all this right here, man. I definitely appreciate y'all. It's Thursday. Like Kenny's, like she really put a lot of her hard work. Like she just, y'all got to understand. Like I thank God for you, Tanya. I thank God for everybody.
On here, Miss
Harrison, like, cause y'all could be
Sharika, Sharonda, Lasagna. Thank y'all.
Look, man, but y'all could be watching y'all favorite show right now. There's some good shows on Thursdays.
Oh yeah.
So for y'all to take y'all time to watch my baby live, man, you know that mean a lot to her. Like it ain't just she just oh, it's 9 o'clock. I got to get on those. She think about this all week. You know what I'm saying? She pray about this thing all week. You know what I mean? She want to put on a good show and she want to give y'all good messages and she wanted to make sense. And she hope every time somebody, every Thursday, something she say, you know, touch somebody and stick with somebody because she really do care about the mental health of other people to the point that it kind of hurt her mental health. I'll be honest with you, because she just, I got to, baby, snap out of it. She like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't a counselor right now. Just be my wife. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know, like, I appreciate you. Candace definitely appreciate you. But this is not just I'm just gonna get on. Like she thinking about, you know, she taking notes down, she's studying, she praying, she meditates. So thank y'all for being here. That means so much to us. You know what I mean? We about to be launching the Black Global News real soon.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So y'all stay tuned to that, man, you know, and thank y'all, man, because y'all could be wherever in the world watching whatever y'all want to watch, but you know, y'all taking the time to watch her, and that means so much.
Yeah, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate it. So, y'all keep following this man, Black Global News. That's his platform. That's what he's gonna be going on. He's gonna be definitely educating us on, you know, things that we need to be doing, and you know, just to you know, Black Global News, things about our history, things about us. So I appreciate everybody for chiming in. I go back and look at the comments. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, and thank you, baby, for telling your story. I know you didn't have to, but you did. So I appreciate
it. I appreciate you doing this thing with that sugar.
All right. All right, see you guys next week, next Thursday. Every Thursday we're gonna be consistent. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have you know, just gonna continue being bigger and greater. So y'all please do share this video. See y'all next week.
Stress less.
Stress less.
Be anxious for nothing.
Amen.